The information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have seen in this presentation. Her name was Jennifer, a 42-year-old marketing director from Ohio, a mother of 2, and she had just made the biggest, most hopeful, and most terrifying investment of her life, $35,000. It was a second mortgage on her home, cashed out retirement funds, and every last dime of her savings, all for a 6-week all-inclusive wellness retreat in Arizona that promised to change her life. And for 6 weeks it did. She was up at 5 a.m. for grueling hikes, ate perfectly portioned, 1,200-calorie meals prepared by a chef, and sweated through 4 hours of exercise a day. The pounds melted off, 47 of them to be exact. She flew home feeling like a new person, triumphant, with a new wardrobe and a binder full of recipes. 9 months later, I got a call from her. She was crying. Not only had she regained all 47 pounds, but she'd added 10 more. She was $35,000 in debt and felt more like a failure than ever before. Her mistake wasn't a lack of willpower. It wasn't that she was lazy or broken. Her mistake was made months before she ever packed her bags. She was so desperate for a solution that she never stopped to ask the right questions. Weight loss camps, fat farms, wellness retreats, whatever you call them, they sell a powerful dream, a complete reset, a place where you can shut out the world and focus on the one thing you want most, to get healthy. They show you before and after pictures that look like miracles. They use words like transformation, guaranteed, and life-changing. And when you're feeling desperate, that marketing is like a siren song. You're not just buying a service, you're buying hope. And that makes you vulnerable. Making the decision to go to one of these camps is one of the biggest financial and emotional decisions you will ever make. It's on par with buying a house or choosing a college for your child. You would never ever buy a house without a thorough inspection. You wouldn't send your kid to a university without scrutinizing their curriculum and faculty. So why are we willing to hand over tens of thousands of dollars and entrust our physical and mental health to a program based on a glossy brochure and a few cherry-picked testimonials? That ends today. This video series is your inspection. It is your interrogation guide. I am going to arm you with the exact non-negotiable questions you must ask before you even think about giving a weight loss camp a single dollar. These aren't soft, easy questions. These are the questions that will cut through the sales pitch. They are designed to expose the difference between a temporary, high-priced boot camp and a truly life-altering educational experience. By the time we're done, you will be able to spot a money-draining disaster from a mile away and identify the programs that offer a real shot at lasting change. So let's get into it. The very first place you must start is the most fundamental, yet most often overlooked aspect of any program. Forget the swimming pool, forget the celebrity endorsements, forget the thread count on the sheets. You need to ask about their core philosophy, and the first question you need to ask them point blank is this: is your philosophy built on deprivation or is it built on empowerment? Let me tell you, the answer to this one question will tell you almost everything you need to know. 90% of the camps out there, especially the ones that promise rapid, dramatic results, are built on a foundation of deprivation. Deprivation looks like this: extremely low-calorie diets, often between 800 and 1,200 calories a day. It looks like the complete elimination of entire food groups. No carbs, no fats, no sugar, no joy. It looks like punishing military-style workouts that you are forced to endure, regardless of your fitness level or personal preferences. This model works for a little while. In the controlled environment of the camp, you will lose weight. Of course you will. It's simple math. But it's a house of cards. A deprivation mindset creates a psychological pressure cooker. You're essentially holding your breath for 6 weeks. You're white-knuckling it through, dreaming of the day you can go home and eat a slice of pizza. The camp becomes a bubble, and the real world becomes the enemy. This approach teaches you one thing and one thing only: how to suffer. It doesn't teach you how to live. It positions food as the enemy and exercise as a punishment. The second you step outside that bubble and back into your real life, with its stress, its convenience stores, and its birthday parties, the entire structure collapses. And that rebound is brutal. Empowerment is the exact opposite. It's infinitely harder to market, it takes longer, and the results aren't as shockingly fast, but it's the only thing that actually works in the long run. An empowerment philosophy isn't about restricting you. It's about educating you. It's not about telling you what to eat. It's about teaching you how to cook. It's about helping you understand the why behind nutrition. Why does protein keep you full? How do healthy fats support your brain? How can you make a delicious, satisfying meal in 20 minutes that your whole family will eat? An empowerment-based program focuses on building skills, not just enforcing rules. It helps you discover forms of movement that you genuinely enjoy. Maybe you hate running, but you discover you love kayaking or dancing or strength training. The goal isn't to burn a maximum number of calories in a 60-minute session. The goal is to build a positive, sustainable relationship with physical activity for the rest of your life. It addresses the psychology of eating, the stress eating, the boredom eating, the emotional triggers, and gives you tools to manage them. An empowerment philosophy gives you skills that are transferable. They work just as well in your own kitchen on a stressful Tuesday night as they do in the camp's pristine, controlled environment. So how do you figure out which camp is which? They'll all use the word empowerment on their website. You have to dig deeper with specific, targeted follow-up questions. Here's what you ask. First, can you walk me through a typical daily menu for a full week? And what is the average daily calorie and macronutrient breakdown? If they're cagey about this, or if the number is consistently below 1,500 calories for an active adult, that's a massive red flag for a deprivation model. Second, are any food groups or specific foods completely forbidden? If so, what is the scientific justification? And what is your protocol for helping me reintroduce these foods safely when I return to my normal life? A camp that bans bread is not preparing you for a world where bread exists. A truly educational program will teach you how to incorporate all foods into a healthy, balanced life. Third, how many hours per week are dedicated to hands-on nutritional education, such as cooking classes, grocery store tours, or meal prepping workshops, versus simply being served pre-made meals? If you're just a passive recipient of food, you are learning nothing. You want a program that puts you in the kitchen, with an apron on, learning the skills you'll need to survive and thrive back home. And finally, what is your philosophy on exercise? How do you tailor the physical activity to an individual's fitness level, limitations, and personal preferences? If the answer is one size fits all, or sounds like a boot camp drill sergeant, they're focused on short-term calorie burn, not long-term adherence. Think about it. A camp built on deprivation is selling you a fish. It'll feed you for a day, or in this case, a few weeks. A camp built on empowerment teaches you how to fish. It gives you the skills, knowledge, and confidence to feed yourself for a lifetime. Jennifer's camp in Arizona sold her a very, very expensive fish. She ate for 6 weeks and then she starved. You need to find the camp that will hand you a fishing rod and teach you how to use it. But even the most perfect, empowering philosophy is completely worthless if the people teaching it aren't qualified, experienced, and compassionate. And that brings us to the second and arguably most critical area you must investigate: the staff. Who exactly are these people you're about to entrust with your health, your money, and your future? The answers might just shock you. Let's pull back the curtain on the smiling faces in the brochure. You see vibrant, impossibly fit individuals, often silhouetted against a sunrise, ready to guide you to your own transformation. But a six-pack is not a certification. A winning smile is not a degree in human physiology. And charisma can often mask a dangerous lack of knowledge. I want you to imagine 2 scenarios. In scenario 1, you meet Coach Mike. He's incredible. He's got the energy of a golden retriever. He's motivating. He tells great jokes during workouts. He pushes you hard. Really hard. On day 3, during a set of box jumps, you feel a sharp, searing pain in your knee. Mike tells you to walk it off and push through the pain. You end up with a torn meniscus, setting you back 6 months and costing you thousands in medical bills. You later find out Mike's only qualification was a weekend online course and a passion for fitness. In scenario 2, you meet Sarah. She's quieter, more methodical. On day 1, she doesn't just weigh you. She puts you through a full functional movement screen. She asks about your old ankle injury from college. She notices a slight imbalance in your hips. She spends the first week with you on corrective exercises, building a foundation. The workouts are challenging, but they feel right. They feel safe. You don't get injured. Instead, you get stronger, more mobile, and that old ankle injury even starts to feel better. Sarah is a certified strength and conditioning specialist with a master's degree in kinesiology. Who would you rather have? The answer is obvious. Yet, countless people hand over their life savings to a camp full of Coach Mikes. So the very first, non-negotiable question you must ask is this: what are the specific, verifiable qualifications and credentials of every single staff member I will be interacting with? Don't accept vague answers like "our staff is highly trained" or "they have years of experience." That means nothing. You need specifics. Let's break it down. For nutrition, you need to ask: is your nutritional guidance provided by a registered dietitian, or RD? This is critical. The term nutritionist is unregulated in many states. Literally anyone can call themselves a nutritionist. Your neighbor who likes kale smoothies can call himself a nutritionist. A registered dietitian, on the other hand, has a bachelor's degree in the field, has completed a rigorous supervised internship, and has passed a national board exam. They are legally and ethically bound to give science-based advice. If the camp's lead nutrition expert is not an RD, that is a colossal red flag. It's like going to a doctor who just really likes WebMD. For fitness, you need to ask: what are your trainer's certifications? Look for credentials from nationally recognized and accredited organizations. The gold standards are bodies like the American College of Sports Medicine, ACSM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM, or the National Strength and Conditioning Association, NSCA. These aren't easy weekend certifications. They require a deep understanding of anatomy, biomechanics, and exercise physiology. They teach trainers how to modify exercises for people with injuries, with mobility issues, with diabetes, with heart conditions. A trainer without a top-tier certification is a liability, not an asset. And this brings us to the concept of scope of practice. A certified trainer is an expert in exercise, not nutrition or therapy. They shouldn't be handing you a detailed prescriptive meal plan. A registered dietitian is an expert in food science, not in diagnosing medical conditions. And a therapist is an expert in mental health, not in prescribing medication. A top-tier camp has a team of experts who all stay in their lane, but work together. A shoddy camp has one wellness guru trying to do it all. That's not holistic. That's just dangerous. Once you've confirmed their credentials, the next question is even more personal. What is your specific experience working with clients just like me? 15 years of experience is a useless metric. 15 years of training 20-year-old bodybuilders is worse than useless if you're a 60-year-old woman with osteoporosis and a hip replacement. You need to get granular. If you have POS, ask: how many clients with polycystic ovary syndrome have you coached, and what were their outcomes? If you are dealing with binge eating disorder, ask: what is your background in emotional and compulsive eating, and how do you integrate that into your physical training? If you have 100 pounds or more to lose, ask: what specific protocols do you have for morbidly obese clients to ensure joint safety and prevent cardiac events during exercise? If they can't give you confident, detailed, specific answers, they are not the right people to help you. They're planning to use you as a guinea pig for them to learn on. You are not paying a premium price to be someone's learning curve. You are paying for expertise that already exists. The third question cuts through all the marketing fluff. Can you walk me through the entire assessment process for a new client on day one? Listen carefully to their answer. A great camp will describe a comprehensive, multifaceted process. It will include a detailed medical history review, a movement screen to identify imbalances and weaknesses like the one Sarah did, a body composition analysis that goes beyond just the number on the scale, and a deep dive conversation about your history with food, your goals, your fears, and your lifestyle back home. A bad camp will say something like, well, we weigh you in, take your measurements, and then we hit the gym for a great workout to get you started. This is the one-size-fits-all conveyor belt approach. It's a recipe for injury, burnout, and failure. They're not interested in you as an individual. They're interested in you as a number, another body to push through their system. The assessment process reveals their entire philosophy. Is it personalized and scientific, or is it generic and reckless? Now let's talk about something they almost never advertise: the staff-to-client ratio. You're paying for personal attention. So what do you actually get? Ask point blank. What is the maximum number of clients per trainer in a workout session? What is the ratio for nutritional counseling? For therapy sessions? If you're in a group workout with one trainer and 25 other people, you are not getting personal training. You are in a fitness class that you've paid $5,000 a week to attend. The trainer can't possibly watch everyone's form, correct mistakes, and provide personalized modifications. It's physically impossible. For true personalization and safety, that ratio should be small, ideally no more than 5 or 6 clients per trainer in a group setting. And while you're asking about numbers, here's a stealth question that reveals more than almost any other. What is your staff turnover rate? Or, to phrase it more gently, how long has your head trainer or lead dietitian been with you? Think about it. If a camp is a wonderful, effective, and supportive place, the best staff will stay. They'll feel valued and see the positive results of their work. If the camp is a high-pressure, poorly managed, or ethically questionable environment, the good staff, the ones with options, will leave. A revolving door of staff is a gigantic red flag waving in the wind. It signals internal chaos. It means you could be assigned to a trainer who was hired 2 weeks ago and has zero investment in the camp's philosophy or your long-term success. Stability in the staff signals a healthy, stable, and effective program. Finally, you must look beyond the purely physical. Weight loss is never just about the body. It's an emotional and psychological journey. The most important, yet often most overlooked, staff members are the ones who handle what's going on in your head. So you must ask, do you have a licensed mental health professional on staff, such as a psychologist or a licensed clinical social worker? Many places will offer mindset coaching or wellness talks from unqualified life coaches. This is not the same. A licensed therapist is trained to help you unpack years of emotional eating, body image issues, self-sabotage, and the deep-seated beliefs that have held you back. Without addressing the psychological drivers of weight gain, any physical changes you make are temporary. You're just pulling the weed without getting the root. A camp that doesn't have professional, licensed mental health support as a core part of its program isn't a true wellness retreat. It's just a fat camp with a fancy new name. So don't just take their word for it. Ask for the names of the key staff. Google them. Look them up on LinkedIn. Check the state licensing boards for dietitians and therapists. See if their credentials are real and current. You are about to place your physical, emotional, and financial well-being into the hands of these strangers. You have every right to be a detective. You have a right to know exactly who they are. Because once you've vetted the people, you have to vet their plan. Even the most qualified staff in the world can be forced to implement a dangerously flawed or outdated program. And what they're planning to put on your plate, well, that's where the dream of a new life can turn into a metabolic nightmare. We need to talk about the food. And it all starts with one of the most important, yet most overlooked questions you can ask. It's not how many calories will I eat? That's the amateur question. The real pro-level question is this: what is your nutritional philosophy, and how is it personalized? Let that sink in. Nutritional philosophy. It sounds fancy, but it's everything. Are they a low-fat, high-carb camp straight out of the 1990s? Are they a hardcore keto or carnivore camp that believes a single slice of bread is the enemy? Are they focused on whole foods, intermittent fasting, or something else entirely? Their core belief system dictates every single thing you will put in your mouth. If their philosophy doesn't align with science or, just as importantly, with a lifestyle you can actually maintain, you are setting yourself up for failure. But the second half of that question is the real killer. How is it personalized? This is where most camps, even the shiny, expensive ones, fall apart. They operate on a one-size-fits-all model. Imagine this. You're a 45-year-old woman with a thyroid condition and a desk job. The person to your left is a 22-year-old former college athlete trying to get back in shape. The person to your right is a 68-year-old retiree with diabetes. And for lunch, you all get the exact same shrink-wrap container with 4 ounces of dried chicken breast, a scoop of brown rice, and some steamed broccoli. This is not a plan. It's a production line. It's lazy. It's unscientific. A truly effective program doesn't just ask for your credit card number. It asks for your blood work. It wants to know your metabolic rate, your hormone levels, your food sensitivities, your personal history with dieting. They should be tailoring your macronutrients, your protein, carbs, and fats, to your specific body, your activity level, and your goals. Anyone who puts every single person on a rigid 1,200 or 1,500 calorie diet, regardless of their starting weight, height, or gender, is not practicing health science. They are practicing population control. They are treating you like a number on a spreadsheet, and that approach almost guarantees that any weight you lose will come roaring back the second you leave their bubble. Because that's what these places are, a bubble. Which brings us to the second critical question about food. How specifically do you prepare me for the real world? Inside the camp, everything is easy. The food just appears. There are no temptations. No office donuts, no kids begging for pizza, no navigating a restaurant menu on date night. You are living in a completely artificial environment. Many camps will brag about the weight their clients lose. but they conveniently forget to track what happens 6 months after they leave. The dirty secret of the industry is that the recidivism rate, the rate at which people regain the weight, is astronomically high. And why? Because these camps teach you how to follow their plan in their facility. They don't teach you the skills to create your own plan in your own life. So when you ask them how they prepare you for the real world, do not accept a vague answer like, "Oh, we have nutrition lectures." That's not good enough. Dig deeper. Ask them, "Do you have hands-on cooking classes?" Not a chef demonstrating something fancy up front, but you with an apron on learning how to make 5 simple, delicious, healthy meals that you can replicate in 20 minutes on a busy Tuesday night. Ask them, "Do you take us on a field trip to a real grocery store? Will someone walk down the aisles with you and teach you the art of reading a nutrition label? Will they show you how to spot hidden sugars, how to tell the difference between marketing hype and actual health benefits? Will they teach you how to shop for a week's worth of healthy food without breaking the bank?" Ask them, "Do you teach me how to meal prep? Because motivation is fleeting but systems are forever." If you don't have a system for preparing healthy food when life gets crazy, you will always revert to what is fast and easy. A good camp will spend an entire afternoon teaching you how to cook in bulk, how to portion, and how to create a grab-and-go system that will save you from the drive-thru. If the answer to these questions is no, you're not signing up for an education. You're signing up for a temporary food-related prison. You might lose weight, but you will leave with the exact same habits and knowledge gaps that got you there in the first place, making you a prime candidate to become a repeat customer a year later. This leads to the third, and perhaps most revealing question about their nutrition program. Can I please see a sample menu for a full week? And can you explain the science behind the meal timing and composition? This is a 2-part trap, and it's beautiful. The first part, asking for a sample menu, is simple. You want to see the food. Is it all chicken and broccoli? Is there variety? Do they incorporate foods you actually enjoy? If it looks like a menu you would absolutely hate, you're not going to stick with it. But the second part is where the truth comes out. Explain the science. A great program won't just hand you a menu. They'll be excited to explain the why behind it. They'll say things like, "You'll notice we give you a meal with complex carbohydrates and lean protein about 90 minutes before your big afternoon hike. That's to ensure you have sustained energy and your muscles are primed for the work." Or, "Your dinner is higher in protein and healthy fats but lower in carbs. This is to promote muscle repair and fat burning overnight while you sleep, without spiking your insulin before bed." They will have a reason for everything. A justification rooted in physiology and biology. A bad program, on the other hand, will get defensive. They'll give you vague, fluffy answers. "Oh, it's just a healthy, low-calorie menu." Or worse, they'll say it's proprietary, or a secret formula. A secret formula is what you use for a soft drink, not for human nutrition. If they can't or won't explain their reasoning in a way that makes sense to you, it means one of 2 things. Either they don't actually know the science themselves, or they know the science doesn't support what they're doing. They're just starving you. They're relying on pure brute force calorie restriction, which we know destroys your metabolism, sacrifices precious muscle mass, and sets you up for a massive rebound. The food is more than just fuel. It is information for your body. The right food plan is an education. It's a sustainable practice. The wrong food plan is just a sentence you serve for 30 days before being released back into the wild, completely unprepared. Getting the food right is half the battle. But what you do with that fuel, how you move your body, that's the other half. And just like with nutrition, the camps have found 1,000 ways to get it wrong. They push a philosophy of punishment, of more is always better, that can leave you broken, injured, and with a worse relationship with exercise than when you started. We need to talk about the workouts. Because the difference between a program that builds you up and one that breaks you down is not how much you sweat, but how smart they train. So let's start with the first and arguably most important question you need to ask about their exercise program. What is your initial assessment process? If their answer is, "We weigh you, take your measurements, and a before photo," I want you to hear a giant blaring alarm bell in your head. That is not an assessment. That is data collection for their marketing brochure. A real assessment goes deeper. It treats you like a human being with a history, not a block of marble they're about to chip away at. A quality program will perform a functional movement screen, or something similar. They'll watch you squat, lunge, push, pull, and balance. They're not judging your fitness. They're looking for imbalances, weaknesses, and potential red flags for injury. They should be asking you about your history. Have you had knee surgery? Do you have a nagging lower back issue from an old sports injury? Do you get tension headaches that radiate from your shoulders? These aren't just details. They are the entire instruction manual for your body. Imagine two women. Let's call them both Jessica. Jessica A goes to a camp that skips the assessment. On day 1, she tells a trainer her right knee sometimes acts up. The trainer, busy with 20 other people, just says, "Okay, take it easy if you need to." Then he yells, "Go!" And for the next hour they do hundreds of burpees, box jumps, and sprints. Jessica's knee screams in protest, but she pushes through, not wanting to be the one who quits. She finishes the week swollen, in pain, and develops a deep-seated fear of high-impact exercise. She lost 5 pounds, but she also lost the ability to walk downstairs without wincing. Now consider Jessica B. She goes to a camp where the first hour is a one-on-one with a physical therapist or a highly qualified coach. She mentions the same knee issue. The coach nods, and instead of ignoring it, they investigate. They test her hip mobility, her ankle stability, her glute strength. They discover the problem isn't her knee at all. It's weak glutes and tight hips causing her kneecap to track improperly. So for Jessica B, her program is modified. While everyone else does box jumps, she does controlled step-ups to a lower box, focusing on glute activation. While they do sprints, she does sled pushes, a killer cardio workout with zero impact. By the end of the week, she's not only lost weight, but her knee pain is gone for the first time in years. She's learned why she was in pain and has been given the tools to fix it. Which Jessica do you want to be? The first question isn't just about avoiding injury. It's about ensuring the program is built for you, not just for a generic, overweight person. This leads directly to the second crucial question. Can you explain the philosophy behind your workout programming? Are you focused on progression or exhaustion? Be wary of camps that glorify exhaustion. Their websites are full of pictures of people collapsed in a pool of their own sweat. Their motto is something like, "Pain is weakness leaving the body." This beast mode philosophy is a marketing gimmick, not a sustainable training principle. It's designed to make you feel like you accomplished something because you're sore and tired. But being sore and tired is not a reliable indicator of a good workout. A truly effective program is built on the principle of progressive overload. That's a fancy term for a very simple idea. Getting a little bit better over time in a structured way. It means this week you squat with a 20-pound kettlebell, and next week you try it with a 25-pound one. It means this week you hold a plank for 45 seconds, and you work towards holding it for 60 seconds next week. The exhaustion camp throws random, punishing workouts at you every day. Monday is 1,000 burpees. Tuesday is a 5-mile run up a hill. Wednesday is 2 hours of non-stop circuit training. There's no rhyme or reason, no connection from one day to the next. The only goal is to break you down. The progression camp has a plan. Monday might be focused on building lower body strength with squats and lunges, teaching you perfect form. Tuesday might be about cardiovascular health, but in a way that's measurable, like trying to beat your time on a specific rowing distance. Wednesday might be active recovery with yoga and mobility work to help your body heal and get stronger. One approach leaves you feeling beaten up. The other leaves you feeling capable and empowered. One teaches you how to endure a beatdown. The other teaches you how to actually train, how to listen to your body, and how to build strength that lasts. So ask them to walk you through a typical week. If it sounds like a random list of ways to induce suffering, run. If it sounds like a thoughtful, structured plan designed to make you measurably stronger and more skilled, you're on the right track. The people leading these workouts matter more than the workouts themselves. This brings us to question number 3. What are the qualifications of your coaches, and what is your coach-to-camper ratio? Let's be blunt. The term certified personal trainer can mean anything. Someone can get a certification from an online course they completed in a weekend. It doesn't mean they understand biomechanics, injury prevention, or the psychology of behavior change. You should be looking for higher-level credentials. A degree in kinesiology or exercise science is a great sign. Top-tier certifications like the NSCA-CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist, or an ACSM-CPT are also excellent indicators. These aren't just pieces of paper. They represent a deep, scientific understanding of the human body. But qualifications are only half the story. The other half is the coaching style and the attention you get. Ask about the coach-to-camper ratio. If there is one coach in a room with 30 people, you are not getting personal training. You are participating in a group fitness class, and a potentially dangerous one at that. In a group that large, it is physically impossible for a coach to monitor everyone's form. They can't see that your back is rounding on a deadlift, or that your knees are caving in on a squat. They're just a cheerleader at the front of the room yelling, 5 more reps. This is how people get hurt. A good ratio is something closer to 1 coach for every 8 to 10 campers maximum. This allows for real individual feedback. It allows them to give you the modification you need, to push you when you can do more, and to pull you back when your form breaks down. It's the difference between personalized coaching and just being a face in the crowd. And ask about their philosophy. Are they drill sergeants or are they teachers? A drill sergeant's job is to create soldiers. They break down individuality to forge a compliant, uniform unit. Some people think they want this, but it creates dependency. You learn to perform when someone is screaming at you. A teacher or true coach does the opposite. They build you up as an individual. They empower you with knowledge, explaining why you're doing a certain exercise and how it will help you in your daily life. One makes you reliant on them. The other makes you self-sufficient. You want the teacher. Finally, you need to ask a question that points toward your life after camp. What kind of variety do you offer? And how do you help people find a type of movement they actually enjoy? If a camp's entire fitness program consists of 6 a.m. boot camp sessions and long runs, and you hate boot camps and running, what do you think is going to happen when you get home? You're going to stop. The dirty secret of the fitness world is that the best workout is the one you'll actually do consistently. The goal of a great weight loss camp isn't to make you a beast at their specific style of workout. It's to help you redefine your relationship with movement. It's an opportunity for you to experiment. A great program should feel like a fitness buffet. They should offer strength training, yes, but also hiking, swimming, yoga, dance classes, kayaking, pickleball, martial arts. It's about exposure. You might discover that you find peace on a long hike in the woods. You might find that lifting heavy weights makes you feel powerful and confident in a way you never imagined. You might discover that you absolutely love the flow of a vinyasa yoga class. Finding an activity you genuinely love is the ultimate key to long-term success. It shifts exercise from a chore you have to do to burn calories into a part of your life that brings you joy and relieves stress. It becomes a reward, not a punishment. So when you look at their schedule, don't just look for intensity. Look for variety. Look for joy. Look for things that spark your curiosity. The program that builds you up, not the one that breaks you down, is the one that respects your body's history, is built on a smart progressive plan, is led by qualified attentive teachers, and ultimately helps you discover a way of moving that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. Getting the exercise part right is critical, but even the world's best training program will fail if it's not supported by the right fuel. And this is where so many camps get it catastrophically wrong. The food they serve isn't just about calories, it's about psychology. And the psychology of the camp kitchen can either set you up for a lifetime of success or a lifetime of struggle. So let's talk about that psychology. Imagine 2 scenarios. In scenario 1, you're at a camp where every meal is weighed, pre-portioned, and served to you on a tray. It's bland, it's boring, and it feels like a punishment. Steamed chicken, plain broccoli, brown rice. Day in, day out. You lose weight, sure, because you're in a controlled environment. But what happens the second you get home? You walk into a grocery store, a place you haven't had to navigate for weeks, and you're paralyzed. You don't know how to cook that chicken so it doesn't taste like cardboard. You don't know how to make vegetables exciting. You haven't learned a single skill. So you revert. You go back to what you know. And the weight comes roaring back, bringing friends this time along with a heaping side of shame. Now scenario 2. You're at a camp where, yes, the food is healthy, but it's also delicious. It's vibrant. It's food you're excited to eat. More importantly, twice a week, you're in a teaching kitchen with an apron on, learning how to actually prepare these meals yourself. You're learning knife skills, how to build flavor without adding fat and salt, how to meal prep for a busy week. When you leave this camp, you walk into that same grocery store not with fear, but with a plan. You have a dozen new recipes in your pocket. You have confidence. You have skills. Which scenario do you think leads to lasting success? It's not a trick question. The food program is the single most important long-term factor, and you need to interrogate it like a detective. This brings us to the first most crucial question you must ask any camp you're considering. And that question is, can I please see a sample 1-week menu, including all meals and snacks? Don't accept a vague answer like, oh, we serve healthy, balanced meals. Demand to see the specifics. When you get that menu, you're looking for 3 things. First, variety. Are they just cycling through the same 3 safe meals over and over again? Or are you seeing a diverse range of proteins, chicken, fish, lean beef, tofu, legumes, a rainbow of vegetables? Different types of healthy carbs like quinoa, sweet potatoes, and whole grain pasta. A lack of variety is not only boring, which kills motivation, but it can also lead to nutrient deficiencies. It's a sign of a lazy, uninspired program. Second, you're looking for realism. Does this food look like something a normal busy person could conceivably make at home? Or is it composed of obscure, expensive ingredients prepared with complicated techniques? If the menu is full of pan-seared scallops with a saffron reduction and microgreens, that's great for a 5-star resort, but it's totally useless for your life back in suburban Ohio. You want to see meals like a hearty lentil soup, a flavorful turkey chili, sheet pan salmon and veggies, or big, satisfying salads with grilled chicken. Food that is both healthy and accessible. Third, and this is the most important, does the menu feel like nourishment or does it feel like deprivation? Look at the portion sizes. Look at the descriptions. Does it sound like a diet of misery? If the menu screams, "I am suffering for my goals," run. A truly effective program understands that food is meant to be enjoyed. They know how to make healthy food taste incredible. They use herbs, spices, and healthy fats to create satisfying meals that don't leave you feeling like you're in a culinary prison. The goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to heal your relationship with food. A menu built on deprivation only reinforces the idea that healthy eating is a punishment you must endure. This leads directly into the second question, which digs a level deeper. Do you offer hands-on cooking classes and provide recipes for us to take home? This question separates the temporary fixes from the lifelong solutions. A camp that just feeds you is renting you a result. A camp that teaches you to cook is giving you the tools to own your result forever. It's the classic give a man a fish versus teach a man to fish scenario. You want to be taught how to fish. Find out how often these classes are held. Are they just a one-off demonstration? Or are they a core part of the curriculum? Are they hands-on where you're actually chopping and sautéing? Or are you just sitting in a chair watching someone else cook? Ask if they cover practical skills like weekly meal prep, creating a healthy shopping list, and how to make smart choices when eating out. The single greatest gift a weight loss camp can give you is not a number on the scale. It's confidence in your own kitchen. Without that, any progress you make is built on a foundation of sand. Next, you need to get specific about your own needs. The third question is, how do you accommodate individual dietary needs, such as allergies, intolerances, or medical conditions like celiac disease or diabetes? This is a non-negotiable question of safety and professionalism. A top-tier camp will have a seamless, detailed process for this. They'll have you fill out an extensive intake form long before you arrive. They'll likely have a registered dietitian on staff who reviews your information and helps tailor the menu for you. Their answer should be confident and specific. Yes, we have dedicated protocols for gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut allergies. Our kitchen has separate prep areas to avoid cross-contamination, and our dietitian will meet with you upon arrival to finalize your plan. A massive red flag is a vague or dismissive answer. If they say something like, "Oh yeah, just let the chef know when you get here, we can figure something out," you should be very, very concerned. This indicates a lack of formal systems, which is amateurish at best and dangerous at worst for someone with a serious condition. Their ability to handle this question is a direct reflection of their overall competence. If they fumble something as basic as a dietary restriction, it calls into question their ability to manage every other aspect of your health and safety. Now for a question that pulls back the curtain on their entire philosophy. Question 4 is, what is your policy on so-called cheat meals, sugar, or desserts? The answer to this will tell you if they are rooted in modern sustainable science or in an outdated punitive mindset. Many old-school camps operate on a philosophy of total restriction. Zero sugar, zero processed foods, zero exceptions. While well-intentioned, this all-or-nothing approach is a psychological time bomb. It creates a forbidden fruit effect, making you crave those foods even more. It categorizes food into good and bad camps, fostering guilt and shame. Then, when you inevitably encounter a piece of birthday cake in the real world, you don't have a strategy. You either eat the whole cake because you've already failed, or you abstain and feel socially isolated and miserable. A much healthier, more effective approach is one based on integration and moderation. A forward-thinking camp will teach you that there are no bad foods, only context and quantity. They might incorporate a planned, portion-controlled dessert once a week to show you that you can enjoy treats without derailing your progress. They might even have a cooking class dedicated to making healthier versions of your favorite desserts. They are preparing you for the reality of life, which is not a sterile environment. It's a world filled with office parties, family holidays, and summer barbecues. Their goal should be to equip you with the mindset and strategies to navigate that world successfully. not to pretend it doesn't exist. A program that demonizes entire food groups is setting you up for a lifelong battle of restriction and rebellion. One that teaches you balance is setting you up for peace. Finally, you need to ask the question that validates everything else they've told you. Question 5. Who designs the nutrition program, and what are their qualifications? You are looking for 2 letters. R. D. Registered dietitian. A registered dietitian is a board-certified food and nutrition expert who has completed extensive education, a rigorous internship, and passed a national exam. They are legitimate health professionals. Be wary of camps that use vague terms like nutritionist or health coach. While some of these individuals are knowledgeable, the titles aren't regulated in the same way, and the level of expertise can vary wildly. It could be someone who took a 6-week online course. You wouldn't let a person who watched a few YouTube videos on surgery operate on you. So don't let someone without proper credentials dictate the entire nutritional framework for your health transformation. Furthermore, ask if the nutrition plan is personalized. A one-size-fits-all plan where every single person in the camp eats the exact same number of calories is a giant red flag. A 6 feet 4 inches man who is 28 years old has vastly different metabolic needs than a 5 feet 2 inches postmenopausal woman of 60. A quality program will use your specific data, your age, weight, height, body composition, and activity level to calculate your individual caloric and macronutrient needs. They will create a plan that is for you. Anything less is lazy, unscientific, and a disservice to your investment. The kitchen is the heart of any weight loss camp. It's where your body will be refueled, and more importantly, it's where your mind will be re-educated. Get these questions answered. Demand specifics. Because the lessons you learn in their dining hall and their teaching kitchen are the ones that will echo in your own home for years to come. Once you're confident they can feed your body and your brain correctly, it's time to turn your attention to how they plan to move it. Because the philosophy in the gym is just as critical as the one in the kitchen, and a wrong move there can set you back far more than just a few pounds. This brings us to the 5th and arguably most misunderstood question you must ask. What is your fitness philosophy and how do you personalize it? When you picture a weight loss camp, what's the first image that comes to mind? For most people, it's a scene straight out of a reality TV show. A red-faced, screaming trainer standing over a sobbing participant on a treadmill yelling, "Are you going to cry? Or are you going to change your life?" We've been conditioned to believe that transformation requires torture. That pain is the price of progress. That the only way to shed pounds is to be broken down, humiliated, and rebuilt from the ashes of your former self. Let me be unequivocally clear. That is not a fitness philosophy. That is a recipe for injury, burnout, and a lifelong hatred of movement. A program built on shame and exhaustion is designed for a television camera, not for a human being. The goal of a truly effective weight loss camp isn't to see how much they can make you suffer in a few weeks. The goal is to help you fall in love with what your body is capable of, to build a foundation of strength and confidence that you can take home and build on for the rest of your life. So your first sub-question here is simple. How do you assess my starting point before I do a single exercise? If their answer is, everyone just jumps in on day 1, we go hard. Run away fast. A quality program will begin with a comprehensive, one-on-one assessment. And I don't just mean stepping on a scale. I'm talking about a functional movement screen or something similar. This is where a qualified professional watches you perform basic movements, like a squat, a lunge, reaching overhead. They're not judging you. They're looking for imbalances, weaknesses, and areas of instability that could lead to injury. Do your knees cave in when you squat? Does your lower back arch when you lift your arms? These are critical data points. This isn't about making you feel bad. It's about keeping you safe. They should also conduct a basic cardio assessment. This could be as simple as a timed 1-mile walk. The goal isn't to see how fast you are, but to establish a baseline for your cardiovascular health, so they can design a program that challenges you without putting your heart at risk. Finally, this assessment must include a detailed conversation about your injury history. That old high school football knee injury? The nagging lower back pain from your desk job? The shoulder that clicks when you reach for something on the top shelf? They need to know everything. A program that doesn't meticulously assess you before they train you isn't a program. It's a liability. This leads directly to the next critical inquiry. What are the qualifications and experience of your trainers, specifically with people like me? The term personal trainer is not legally protected in most states. This means almost anyone can print up some business cards and call themselves a trainer. You need to dig deeper. Ask for specific certifications. Look for credentials from nationally recognized organizations like the National Academy of Sports Medicine (NASM), the American Council on Exercise (ACE), or the National Strength and Conditioning Association (NSCA), which offers the gold standard CSCS certification. But a certificate on the wall isn't enough. The real question is about experience. Ask them, what percentage of your clients are significantly overweight or have been sedentary for a long time? Training a 25-year-old athlete to shave a tenth of a second off their sprint time is a completely different universe from teaching a 55-year-old with joint pain how to perform a bodyweight squat without pain for the first time in their life. The latter requires a deeper understanding of biomechanics, a higher degree of empathy, and a much larger toolbox of exercise modifications. A great trainer for a deconditioned person is a master of regressions. They know 50 different ways to modify a push-up so that you can do it successfully and safely on day one, whether it's against a wall, on an incline, or on your knees. A bad trainer only knows one way, and will just yell at you to try harder when you fail. You want a coach, not a drill sergeant. You want someone who sees a person's limitations not as a weakness, but as a starting point on a map. Ask them to give you an example. If a client has bad knees and can't do lunges, what do? A good answer will involve alternatives like glute bridges, step-ups to a low box, or isometric holds. A bad answer is, we tell them to push through the pain. Pain is your body's check engine light. A good mechanic doesn't put tape over it. They figure out what's causing it and fix it. Once you're confident in their ability to assess you and their qualifications to train you, you need to understand the long-term plan. Ask them, what is your philosophy on progression? How will my workouts change as I get fitter? A common trap in these camps is what I call the beast mode mentality, where every single workout is designed to be the hardest workout of your life. This sounds impressive, but it's a terrible strategy for actual sustainable progress. Your body doesn't get stronger during the workout, it gets stronger during the recovery after the workout. If you are constantly annihilating your muscles, they never have time to repair and rebuild stronger. This leads to overtraining, fatigue, and injury. A smart program uses a principle called progressive overload. It's a simple concept. To get stronger, you have to gradually increase the demand on your muscles over time. But that doesn't just mean adding more weight. It can mean doing more reps. It can mean reducing your rest time. It can mean improving your form and range of motion. It can mean graduating from a simple exercise to a more complex one. There should be a plan. Your workouts in week 4 should look different from your workouts in week 1. They shouldn't just be randomly thrown together to make you sweat. Ask them, is there a structured, periodized plan for the duration of the camp? If they can't explain how the program intelligently progresses, it probably doesn't. Finally, and this ties everything together, you must ask, how do you balance intensity with recovery? This might be the most important question of all. A camp that boasts about working you out for 6 hours a day, 7 days a week, is waving a giant red flag. They are selling you a fantasy of rapid results at the cost of your long-term health. Ask them about their recovery protocols. Are there scheduled rest days? Do they incorporate activities like yoga, stretching, or foam rolling? Do they educate you on the importance of sleep? And is the schedule even conducive to getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep? Remember, exercise is the stimulus for change, but change, fat loss, muscle growth, improved health happens when you rest. A program that doesn't respect recovery is like a farmer who keeps tilling the soil but never allows the seeds to grow. They're just churning dirt. The ultimate goal of the physical component of a weight loss camp shouldn't be to destroy you. It should be to empower you. It's about teaching you to move your body in a way that feels good. It's about celebrating victories, whether it's your first unassisted push-up or simply being able to get up off the floor with ease. The workout should connect to your life. A farmer's walk isn't just about building grip strength. It's about carrying all the groceries in one trip. A deadlift isn't just about lifting a barbell. It's about being able to pick up your grandchild without throwing out your back. A great program builds a bridge between the gym and your real life, showing you that fitness isn't a punishment you endure, but a tool you use to live a bigger, fuller, more vibrant life. So you've interrogated their approach to your mind, your meals, and your movement. You understand how they plan to fuel you and how they plan to train you. But all of this happens within a specific context, a physical space, and a community of people. The environment you're in can either be a powerful catalyst for your success, or a subtle poison that undermines your every effort. Now we need to look around at the very place you'll be living, eating, and breathing your transformation. The first question you have to ask is about the most fundamental human need, sleep. Where will you be laying your head at night after a day of grueling physical and emotional work? This isn't about finding a 5-star hotel. It's about survival and recovery. Ask them point blank. Are the rooms private or shared? If shared, what is the maximum number of people per room? Don't accept a vague answer. If it's shared, you need to know if you'll be with one other person or crammed into a dorm with 5 strangers, each with their own snoring patterns, sleep schedules, and habits. Imagine this. You've just had a breakthrough in therapy and pushed yourself to a new personal best in the gym. You are exhausted, vulnerable, and need to recharge. But you go back to your room and your roommate wants to stay up until midnight with the lights on, watching videos on their phone without headphones. The next morning, you're sleep deprived. Your cortisol levels are elevated, which tells your body to store fat, especially around your midsection. Your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, are completely out of whack, making you crave high-calorie, low-nutrient foods. You're irritable, your muscles haven't recovered, and you're less resilient to the challenges of the day. All that hard work from the day before? Undermined. Not by a lack of willpower, but by a flimsy bunk bed and an inconsiderate roommate. So you dig deeper. Ask about the beds. Are they twin beds? Are they actual mattresses or thin foam pads on a metal frame? Ask about the bathroom situation. Is it one bathroom for every 2 people, or one communal bathroom at the end of the hall for 20? Again, this isn't about luxury. It's about basic human dignity and reducing stress. A stressful living situation is a direct biological assault on your weight loss goals. Your sanctuary, the place you recharge, must be conducive to rest. If it's not, you're fighting an uphill battle before your feet even hit the floor in the morning. Next, you need to walk through their temple of transformation, the gym. This is where the physical work gets done. A website can show a single flattering photo of a shiny dumbbell rack. You need the full picture. Ask for a detailed list of their equipment, or better yet, a video walkthrough. The key here is variety and quality. Let's talk about a woman named Brenda. Brenda was 350 pounds and had severe knee and back pain. She signed up for a camp based on their intense-looking boot camp photos. But when she got there, she found that's all they had. High-impact, explosive exercises. Her body couldn't handle it. Every workout was agony on her joints. What she needed was a low-impact alternative, a place to build foundational strength without punishing her body. She needed a swimming pool. She needed recumbent bikes. She needed a robust set of resistance machines to isolate muscles safely. The camp had none of that. It had kettlebells and box jumps. Brenda's journey ended in injury and discouragement, not because she wasn't willing to work, but because the facility wasn't equipped for her starting point. You have to be your own Brenda advocate. Ask, what are your low-impact cardio options? Do you have a swimming pool? What kind of strength training equipment is available? Is it just free weights? Or do you have a full range of machines for guided movements? Look for signs of a well-rounded facility. Do they have a dedicated space for stretching and mobility? A yoga studio? Foam rollers and massage guns available for recovery? Or is it just a concrete room crammed with a few old treadmills and a single universal machine where everyone has to wait in line? And look at the condition of that equipment. This is a massive tell. Is it well maintained? Ask them, how often is your equipment serviced and inspected for safety? A frayed cable on a lat pull-down machine isn't just an eyesore. It's a potential trip to the emergency room. Rusty weights and ripped benches send a clear message. The management is cutting corners. If they're cutting corners on basic safety and maintenance that everyone can see, where else are they cutting corners? Probably on the things you can't see, like the quality of your food or the certifications of their staff. The quality of the facility reflects the quality of the entire program. It shows their level of investment and respect for the people they are serving. Now let's move from the place you sweat to the place you eat. The dining hall. This space is psychologically powerful. It's where you'll be building a new relationship with food. What does it feel like? Ask to see pictures. Is it a sterile, fluorescent-lit cafeteria that feels like a hospital? Or is it a warm, inviting space with natural light and communal tables that encourage connection? Eating is an emotional experience. Forcing yourself to eat a healthy meal in a depressing, clinical environment can reinforce the idea that healthy eating is a punishment. A pleasant, positive atmosphere can help reframe your meals as an act of nourishment and self-care. And what about outside the scheduled activities? Where do you go? This is so important. Ask, are there comfortable common areas for guests to relax and socialize? This could be a lounge with couches, an outdoor patio, or a quiet library. The time between workouts and meals is where the real community is built. It's where you'll have the late-night conversations with a fellow camper who just gets it. It's where you'll share your fears and your victories. A camp that shuffles you from your workout to the cafeteria, and then back to your tiny room is missing the point. It's creating a group of isolated individuals. A camp with inviting common spaces is intentionally fostering a supportive tribe. They understand that the transformation doesn't just happen in the gym. It happens in the connections you forge when you let your guard down. Finally, there's the invisible yet all-important factor: cleanliness. This is non-negotiable. It speaks volumes about the camp's professionalism and respect for its clients. Ask a very direct question. How frequently are the living quarters, bathrooms, and common areas professionally cleaned? Look at online reviews and user-submitted photos. Do you see grime in the corners of the shower? Dust on the gym equipment? Stains on the lounge furniture? A dirty facility isn't just unpleasant. It's a health risk. But more than that, it's a giant red flag about the entire operation. It signals a lack of care, a lack of pride, and a lack of respect for the significant financial and emotional investment you are making in them. You are there to cleanse your body and mind. You should not have to do it in a place that is physically unclean. Your physical environment is not a background detail. It is an active participant in your journey. It can either be a source of constant, low-grade stress that sabotages your hormones and your mindset, or it can be a silent, supportive partner that promotes rest, safety, and community. Don't be swayed by one perfect photo on a website. You need to investigate the reality of the space you will inhabit 24 hours a day. Because once you've vetted the place and the people, you need to understand exactly what you'll be doing from the moment you wake up to the moment your head hits that pillow. And the structure of your day that can make or break your entire journey. So let's talk about that structure. The single most revealing question you can ask a weight loss camp is this: can you walk me through a typical day, hour by hour? Don't let them give you the glossy brochure version. We start with an invigorating morning workout, followed by a nutritious breakfast and educational seminars. No, you want the granular details, the nitty-gritty. You want to know what time the wake-up call is. What happens at 6 a.m.? What happens at 11 a.m.? What are you doing at 3 in the afternoon when your energy is flagging and your motivation is starting to wane? This single question cuts through all the marketing hype and reveals the soul of the program. Because the daily schedule isn't just a list of activities. It's the camp's entire philosophy put into practice. It tells you whether they view you as a human being on a journey of healing, or as a project to be broken down and rebuilt according to their formula. Let me paint you a picture of two very different camps, based entirely on their daily schedule. First, let's visit what we'll call Camp Gladiator. The schedule they send you looks intense, impressive even. Wake up is at 5 a.m. sharp. No gentle alarm, but a blaring horn or a knock on the door from a trainer who looks like he eats barbed wire for breakfast. By 5:15, you're on the field for a sunrise boot camp. Think tire flips, burpees in the mud, and being yelled at to push harder, go faster, don't quit. There's no scaling down, there's just keeping up. At 6:30, you're herded into the cafeteria for a pre-portioned scoop of egg whites and a half cup of oatmeal. You have exactly 15 minutes to eat before your next session. 7 a.m. is a mandatory 5-mile run, rain or shine. If you fall behind, you're told to dig deep. If your knee starts to hurt, you're told it's just weakness leaving the body. The rest of the morning is a blur of back-to-back high-intensity interval training, spin classes where the instructor screams at you over deafening techno music, and maybe a light session of an hour of non-stop kettlebell swings. Lunch is a dry chicken breast and steamed broccoli. You eat it while your muscles are still screaming, your heart is still pounding, and your mind is just trying to process the morning's assault. The afternoon? More of the same. Maybe a team-based challenge that feels more like a punishment, designed to foster a kind of trauma-bonded camaraderie. There's no scheduled downtime. Rest is for the weak. Education is a 30-minute lecture at the end of the day where you're too exhausted to absorb anything. And the main message is, eat less, move more. By the time you finally collapse into bed at 9 p.m., every single muscle in your body aches. You've burned an astronomical number of calories, but you've also learned to associate exercise with pain, food with deprivation, and your body with a machine that needs to be punished into submission. This is the brute force approach. It produces dramatic short-term results and even more dramatic long-term failures, because it's built on a foundation of suffering that is utterly unsustainable in the real world. Now let's take a trip to a different place. We'll call it Camp Catalyst. You ask them for their daily schedule. Wake up is at 6:30 a.m., with the option of a guided sunrise yoga and meditation session at 7. It's about waking your body up gently, not shocking it into submission. Breakfast is at 8. It's a beautiful, colorful buffet of nutrient-dense foods. Scrambled eggs, yes, but also fresh berries, Greek yogurt, steel-cut oats, and whole grain toast. A nutritionist is there, not to police your portions, but to talk to you about building a balanced plate. You have a full 45 minutes to eat, to taste your food, to socialize. From 9 to 10:30 is the main workout of the morning. It's a group strength training session. But here's the key. There are 3 different trainers for a group of 20 people. One is working with the advanced members on complex lifts. Another is working with the intermediates on perfecting their form. And a third is dedicated to the beginners, teaching them the fundamental movements from scratch, using bodyweight or light resistance bands. The focus is on progress, not punishment. The intensity is tailored to you. After that, there's a 90-minute block. Part of it is a workshop on a topic like the science of metabolism, or how to read a nutrition label. The other part is scheduled free time. You can take a walk, read a book, or even take a nap. They understand that recovery is not a luxury. It's a non-negotiable part of the process. Your muscles don't get stronger during the workout. They get stronger when they're resting and repairing after the workout. Lunch is another unhurried, delicious meal. Afterwards, the afternoon activity isn't another grueling boot camp. It might be a beautiful hike in the nearby hills, focusing on conversation and enjoying nature. Or it could be a cooking class where you learn how to make 3 healthy, delicious sauces that can transform any meal. Or maybe it's a session with a therapist about understanding emotional eating triggers. The late afternoon has another, shorter fitness option. Maybe it's a swim, a dance class, or a deep stretching session. It's about finding joy in movement. Dinner is the social hub of the day, followed by a group meeting to share successes and challenges. You're in bed by 10, not because you've been beaten into exhaustion, but because your body and mind are pleasantly tired, fulfilled, and ready to recover for another day of positive growth. Do you see the difference? The schedule tells the whole story. So when you're on that call, you need to become an investigative journalist of their daily itinerary. Here are the specific things to drill down on. First, variety. Is every day a carbon copy of the last? Or is there a mix of activities? Look for a balance of cardiovascular training, strength training, and flexibility or mobility work. A camp that just runs you into the ground every day is a one-trick pony, and that one trick is a fast track to overuse injuries and burnout. Strength training builds muscle, which boosts your metabolism. Cardio strengthens your heart. Flexibility prevents injury and improves your quality of life. You need all 3. Second, education. Look at the schedule and ask yourself, how much time is dedicated to learning? Are there actual structured classes on nutrition, cooking, habit formation, or the psychology of weight loss? Or is it all just physical activity? You can work out anywhere. You are paying a premium to go to a camp to learn the skills that will make you successful when you leave. If the schedule is 99% sweat and 1% knowledge, you're not getting an education, you're just getting a very expensive temporary personal trainer. Third, and this is the one most people overlook, is scheduled rest. Look for white space on the calendar. Is there a designated downtime or free time every single day? A schedule that is packed from dawn till dusk is a massive red flag. It shows a fundamental misunderstanding of human physiology and psychology. Your body needs time to repair. Your nervous system needs time to downregulate from the stress of exercise. And your mind needs time to process the enormous changes you're going through. A camp that doesn't schedule rest isn't hardcore, it's just ignorant. Fourth, ask about personalization within the schedule. What happens if I'm a total beginner and can't keep up with the main group workout? What happens if I have a bad knee? Is there an alternative? Is there a plan B? A great camp won't just hand you a rigid one-size-fits-all schedule. They will assess you on day 1 and be able to show you how they can modify that schedule for your specific needs, your fitness level, and your goals. If their answer is just try your best or push through it, run the other way. That's how people get hurt. Finally, ask them the why behind the schedule. Why is strength training in the morning? Why is the nutrition class after lunch? A top-tier program will have a clear, evidence-based reason for the flow of their day. They'll say things like, we put the most metabolically demanding workout in the morning to take advantage of your body's natural energy cycles. and we follow it with a protein-rich meal to maximize muscle protein synthesis. They have a methodology, a camp that can't explain the why behind their what is just throwing activities at a wall and hoping something sticks. The daily schedule is the blueprint for your transformation. It dictates what you do, what you learn, and ultimately how you feel. It can be a relentless gauntlet that leaves you broken and defeated, or it can be a supportive, intelligent structure that empowers you, educates you, and builds you up, one well-planned hour at a time. Choosing the right structure is everything. But even the most perfectly designed schedule on Earth is useless if it's not fueled properly. A world-class workout plan means nothing if it's powered by bland, boring, and unsustainable food. And the camp's approach to your plate reveals more about their long-term vision for you than almost anything else. It's time to talk about the food. So, what is the camp's food philosophy? This isn't a trivial question. This is the bedrock of your entire experience. Are they a low-carb camp? A ketogenic camp? Are they all about plant-based whole foods? Or do they focus on meticulous calorie counting and portion control? There is no single right answer here, but there is absolutely a right answer for you. And if their philosophy clashes with your body, your ethics, or your simple, honest preferences, you are setting yourself up for a battle you cannot win. Think about it. If you're someone who feels sluggish and weak without carbohydrates, being thrown into a strict keto environment is going to feel less like a health retreat and more like a punishment. If you genuinely love meat, a vegan-only camp will be a miserable experience. This isn't about willpower. It's about alignment. A camp that insists on a rigid, one-size-fits-all dietary dogma is waving a giant red flag. They see you as a number on a scale, not as a unique individual with a complex biological and psychological relationship with food. A great program understands that sustainability is born from personalization. They should be asking you about your history with food. What has worked? What has failed? What do you love to eat? Their goal shouldn't be to force you into their box. It should be to help you build your own better box. I remember an email from a woman named Carol. She went to a very expensive, very famous detox retreat. For 7 days, it was nothing but green juice, lemon water, and a few almonds. She lost 12 pounds. She felt light, cleansed, and victorious. The camp took her after photo, posted it on their social media, and sent her on her way. 2 weeks later, Carol had gained back 15 pounds. Why? Because her body, starved of actual nutrients and substance, went into a panic. The moment she was back in the real world, every survival instinct screamed at her to consume everything in sight. She didn't fail. The program failed her. It gave her a temporary result based on an unsustainable, unnatural shock to her system. It taught her nothing about how to eat on a Tuesday when her boss is yelling at her, and she's stuck in traffic. So ask them, what is your food philosophy? And listen carefully. If the answer sounds like a quick fix, an extreme ideology, or a magic bullet run, you're not looking for magic. You're looking for knowledge. This brings us to the next monumentally important question. Do you teach cooking and meal prep? This single question separates the five-star resorts from the life-changing educational institutions. Let me paint you two pictures. In scenario 1, you're at a beautiful facility. A professional chef prepares every single meal for you. It's delicious, it's perfectly portioned, it's nutritionally balanced. You don't have to think about a thing. You just eat the wonderful food, you do the workouts, and the weight melts off. Feels incredible. Then you go home. You open your refrigerator. It's filled with the same stuff as before. You look at your stove. It's just a metal box. The magic is gone. You have no idea how to recreate the food that made you feel so good. You don't know the recipes, the techniques, the portion sizes. You were a passive guest in your own transformation. Within a month, you're ordering takeout again, feeling like a failure, wondering where it all went wrong. Now let's look at scenario 2. The food is still delicious and healthy, but a few times a week, you're not sitting at the table being served. You're in the kitchen wearing an apron. You have a knife in your hand. The chef isn't just a cook. They're a teacher. They're showing you how to properly dice an onion, how to season chicken without a mountain of salt, how to build a salad that's actually satisfying and not just a bowl of leaves. They're explaining the why behind their methods, why they pair this protein with that vegetable, how to make a simple, healthy sauce that transforms a boring dish into something you crave. They send you home with a recipe book, not of complicated gourmet meals, but of simple, powerful 20-minute staples. Now when you go home and open your refrigerator, you don't see a problem. You see possibilities. You have been empowered. You weren't just a guest, you were a student. You didn't just lose weight, you gained a skill. A camp that doesn't teach you how to cook is giving you a fish. A camp that teaches you how to cook is giving you a fishing rod for life. Always choose the fishing rod. Next, you need to get specific and personal. Ask them, how do you handle dietary restrictions, allergies, and preferences? This is a dead giveaway of their level of care and professionalism. Their answer will tell you if they're running a personalized program or an assembly line. And I'm not just talking about serious, life-threatening allergies. A good camp will obviously handle those with extreme care. But what about intolerances? What if you're lactose intolerant or have a sensitivity to gluten? What if you follow a specific religious diet? Or what if you just despise mushrooms? Will they force you to pick them out? Or will they respect your preference and provide an alternative? A lazy or overwhelmed kitchen will see your restrictions as an inconvenience. They'll hand you a plate of steamed broccoli and dry chicken, while everyone else enjoys a flavorful, complex meal. You'll feel singled out, punished, and unsatisfied. A world-class program, however, sees your restrictions as a creative challenge. They see it as an opportunity to teach. If you're gluten-free, they won't just remove the bread. They'll teach you how to make incredible meals using quinoa, sweet potatoes, and other whole food carb sources. If you're a vegetarian, they won't just remove the meat. They'll show you how to create protein-packed, delicious plant-based dishes that even the carnivores will want to try. Their ability to adapt their menu to your specific needs, without making you feel like a burden, speaks volumes about their entire operation. It shows they care about the individual, not just the group average. Now it's time to pull back the curtain. Ask them this point blank. What does a typical day's menu look like? Can I see a sample for a full week? Do not accept a vague, fluffy answer like, oh, we serve 3 healthy, balanced meals and 2 snacks a day. That means nothing. You need to see the proof. This is like test driving a car. The brochure might say it's a smooth ride, but you need to get behind the wheel. When they give you that sample menu, you become a detective. Look for red flags. First, is the calorie count dangerously low? If you see a menu that adds up to 800 or 1,000 calories a day for someone who is working out for hours, that's not a weight loss plan. It's a medically supervised starvation diet that will annihilate your metabolism and guarantee a massive rebound. Second, is it balanced? Look for the macronutrients. Is there a source of lean protein at every meal to help you build and repair the muscle you're working so hard in the gym? Are there healthy fats from sources like avocado, nuts, and olive oil to keep you full and support hormone function? Are there complex carbohydrates to fuel your workouts in your brain? Or is it just a sad parade of egg whites, steamed fish, and lettuce? Third, does it look like real food? If the menu is full of powders, bars, and prepackaged meal replacements, that's a problem. While those things can have a place, you need to learn how to navigate a world of real food. You can't live the rest of your life on shakes. The menu should be made of things you can actually buy in a grocery store. It should look appealing, varied, and frankly delicious. If their sample menu doesn't make you at least a little bit hungry, imagine how you're going to feel after 3 weeks of eating it. Finally, we arrive at the most important question of all. The one that bridges the gap between the camp's perfect bubble and your messy, beautiful, real life. You must ask, how do you prepare me for the real world of eating? Because life isn't a controlled environment. Life has birthday cake. Life has holiday dinners. Life has business trips with catered lunches and late nights at the airport. A program that doesn't acknowledge this reality is a fantasy. A great camp prepares you for the battlefield of modern eating. Ask them if they have workshops on practical real-world skills. Do they teach you how to read a nutrition label and see past the misleading marketing on the front of the box? Do they have a class on how to navigate a restaurant menu, showing you how to spot the hidden calorie bombs and identify the healthy, satisfying options? Do they talk about social situations and give you strategies for how to handle a friend who keeps pressuring you to just have one slice? Do they address the psychological side of eating, the difference between physical hunger and emotional craving? Do they help you develop a healthy relationship with treats, teaching you that you can incorporate your favorite foods into your life in a controlled, mindful way without spiraling into guilt and shame? This is the graduate level work. This is what separates a 30-day fix from a lifelong solution. They shouldn't be teaching you a diet. A diet is a set of rules you follow. They should be teaching you a strategy. A strategy is a set of skills you use to make the best possible decision in any given situation. Because when the camp ends and you're standing alone in your own kitchen, the lessons you learned there will be the only thing standing between you and your old habits. The food is the bridge back to your real life. But what happens when you cross that bridge? What support is waiting for you on the other side? That is the final and perhaps most critical piece of the puzzle. The single most important question you can ask any weight loss camp is this: what is your plan for me when I am no longer your client? Because the day you leave is not graduation day. It's day one. It's the day the real work begins. The camp is a controlled environment, a bubble. It's a hyper-focused, perfectly structured world where healthy choices are the only choices. Your meals are made for you. Your schedule is set for you. Your workouts are led by experts. You are surrounded by people on the exact same mission. It's an artificial utopia of wellness. But the real world isn't a utopia. The real world has birthday parties with sheet cake. It has stressful deadlines that make you want to order a pizza. It has friends who say, "Come on, just one drink won't hurt." It has pantries filled with your kids' favorite snacks. The camp is the flight simulator. Your life is the real cockpit, flying solo through a thunderstorm. And if the program's only plan is to pat you on the back, hand you a certificate, and wish you luck as you walk out the door, they haven't prepared you to fly. They've just taken your money for a very expensive simulation. This is the great illusion of the after photo. We see the dramatic transformation and assume the story is over. They did it. But the story has just begun. The victory isn't losing 50 pounds in a pristine, controlled environment. The victory is keeping it off for 5 years in the messy, unpredictable chaos of real life. And that victory is almost entirely dependent on the support structure that catches you when you leave the bubble. So, when you're on that call with the admissions director, here is the final line of questioning. This is what separates the transactional programs from the truly transformational ones. First, ask about the community. What does your alumni community look like, and how is it managed? A vague answer like, "Oh, we have a Facebook group," is a red flag. Dig deeper. How active is that group? Is it moderated by staff? What are the rules for engagement? Is it a place for continued learning and support? Or is it just a place where people post old photos? A powerful alumni network is your new peer group. These are the only people on earth who understand exactly what you went through and what you're facing now. They are your lifeline. A great program actively cultivates this community. They host virtual check-ins. They have dedicated community managers who spark conversations, share new recipes, and celebrate wins. They create a space that is positive, encouraging, and most importantly, ongoing. You are not just buying a few weeks at a facility. You are buying entry into a lifelong tribe. If they can't show you a thriving, supportive community, they're not serious about your long-term success. Second, you must grill them on coaching and accountability. What kind of direct access will I have to professional coaches after I leave? The moment you step back into your old environment, your old triggers and habits will be waiting for you. Willpower alone is a battery that runs out. Accountability is the solar panel that recharges it. Ask them, is post-camp coaching included in the price, or is it an upsell? For how long does that support last? A month? 6 months? A year? How often are the check-ins? Are they one-on-one calls or group sessions? Who will my coach be? Will it be one of the same people I worked with at the camp who already knows my story and my struggles? This is non-negotiable. You need a guide, someone you are accountable to, who can help you navigate the inevitable challenges. Someone you can text when you're standing in the grocery store aisle feeling overwhelmed. Someone who can review your food log without judgment and help you course correct. A program that doesn't offer a robust, long-term coaching component is essentially admitting that their responsibility for your well-being ends the second your payment clears. They're selling a vacation, not a transformation. Third, inquire about continued access to resources. Will I still have access to the camp's library of workouts, recipes, and educational materials after I leave? Is this content ever updated? Think about it. The recipes you used at the camp were great, but you'll get bored of them. The workout routine that torched calories in week 3 will become stale by month 3. Life changes. Seasons change. Your needs will change. A top-tier program functions like a subscription to a better life. They should be constantly adding new content, new workout videos, new seasonal recipes, new articles on mindset and habit formation. You should feel like your initial investment continues to pay dividends for years to come. If their resources are static and you lose access the day you leave, they've only given you a fish. They haven't taught you how to fish for a lifetime. And this leads to perhaps the most practical and crucial element, the transition plan. The question is simple. Do you help me create a detailed, personalized, week-by-week plan for my first month back home? The whiplash of returning to normal life can be brutal. One day you're in a wellness sanctuary. The next you're in a board meeting with a box of donuts on the table. A great program anticipates this shock. They should sit down with you before you leave and wargame your return. They should help you map it out. Okay, Monday is your busiest day. Let's figure out a 15-minute breakfast and what you can prep on Sunday night. Your sister's birthday is on Saturday. Let's talk about a strategy for the restaurant. You hate your local gym. Let's research 3 other options near your house and book a trial class. This level of detailed, practical planning is the difference between feeling confident and feeling completely overwhelmed. A program that doesn't provide a structured transition plan is pushing you out of the nest without ever checking to see if you've grown wings. Finally, you have to ask the uncomfortable question, the one about failure. What is your protocol for when I relapse? Notice the wording, not if I relapse but when, because it will happen. You will have a bad day, a bad week, maybe even a bad month. You will fall off the wagon. It is a statistical certainty. The single greatest determining factor in your long-term success is not whether you fall, but how quickly you get back up. So ask them, if I gain back 10 pounds, what happens? Is there someone I can call? Is there a process to get me back on track? Do you have a refresher program or a weekend reset I can attend? Will I be met with judgment or with a clear, supportive plan? A program that looks at you blankly when you ask this question is living in a fantasy land. They are selling an impossible dream of perfection. A truly world-class program has a plan for imperfection. They understand that this is a messy human journey. They don't just sell you the ascent to the mountaintop. They sell you the experience guide and the safety ropes for the inevitable slips along the way. In the end, all these questions boil down to one fundamental shift in perspective. You are not looking for a camp that will fix you. There is no such thing. You are looking for a catalyst that will empower you to fix yourself for the rest of your life. The weeks you spend there are not the solution. They are the intense, immersive training course for the real journey. The goal is not to leave the camp a finished product. The goal is to leave the camp as a well-equipped, well-supported beginner, ready to start living the life you came there to build. Don't be seduced by the promise of rapid, dramatic weight loss. That's just marketing. Be seduced by the promise of unwavering long-term support. Don't ask them how many pounds their average client loses. Ask them where their average client is 5 years later. The price tag on these places is enormous, but the cost is not just measured in dollars. It's measured in your time, your hope, and your vulnerability. You are placing your trust in their hands. Make sure their hands are still there to catch you, long after you've walked out their door. Because the journey doesn't end when you leave the camp. That's the moment it truly begins. Choose the beginning that gives you the best chance at the ending you deserve.